long, long time ago, when I was a teenager, like most of you, I used to cycle a lot. I know, it doesn't look like that today, but I used to cycle a lot, and that's life. So on one of those cycling days, my cycle had a puncture, and I took it to the mechanic not far from here. And as he was fixing the puncture, he removed the soft inner tube of the tire. I'm sure you've seen that. And after he fixed it, I was tempted to touch that tire. And when I touched it, I was so happy because it was so soft, it was smooth, I could play with it, and I ran my hands on it and I said, wow, this is so beautiful. And contrasting that was that dirty, hard rubber tire which was on the outside of the tube. And I wouldn't want even to touch that tire because it was so dirty. And for a second, I thought, why do I need that tire? Maybe I should just use only this soft, beautiful tire and ride along. But quickly I understood that I'd probably have a puncture every second minute. So then my mind went crazy. Because then I said, why do I need that soft tube then? Why don't I just use only the outer rubber tire? Because for sure I won't have another puncture ever in my life. But then you can imagine what a hard, bumpy ride it would be without that soft tube inside. And then as I was paying the mechanic, I admired the genius of the first man who designed that outer rough tire with a soft inner tube. For the moment, let's leave the tire and the tube at the mechanic shop. During my school and college days, I didn't have too many friends. And I did not fit in with most of the people in my peer group. My best friends were the staircase in my school, and there was a little guava tree in the compound, and I would spend hours there with my books and these two friends of mine. And for a long time, I envied my other classmates who were so popular, who were surrounded by other classmates. And I blamed them initially, and slowly I blamed myself for not fitting in. As I grew older, academically, I started doing very well. Professionally, I became a surgeon, which I wanted to do. And winning all the gold medals and distinctions and prizes, I assumed that this problem of no friends would get solved automatically. I thought with these achievements, friends would follow automatically. Unfortunately, they did not. It did not come with the accolades. And so, soon enough, I had my dark days where depression and addiction hit me hard. And I almost threw everything away in that moment of despair. In that dark valley of despair, suddenly, I saw a few friends, not hundreds and thousands of my Facebook friends, but a few friends who came into my life at that point. They came in uninvited. I did not call them in, but they landed up at the right time. And then they put me back together. They pulled me through. They patched me up, and they brought me back to where I belonged. Why am I sharing this with you? Because someday, I hope never, but if someday you find yourself in that dark valley, where you find yourself unconnected, you find yourself alone, and you find yourself disjointed, relax, because life is big enough to bring those friends to you at that point in time. And if the friends don't come, sometimes they may not, keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open and find another who might be sitting by the stairs, who might be walking the corridors, sitting under the guava tree, and equally unconnected. And you be that friend to that person. And suddenly you will find that you yourself have found the person you needed. How is all this connected to the tire and the tube? I'll go there in a minute. But as a surgeon, when I'm fixing a broken finger of a child, what I do is that I strap it with simple tape to the finger next to it. We call it the buddy finger, because with the help of the buddy finger, this broken finger heals in no time, and they stand for each other. I wish you the strength and the courage to find your buddy finger when you need it the most. Let's come back to the cycle shop with the tire and the tube. How is it relevant to this generation? This generation is unique because unlike any other generation, you are connected on the internet. You're connected on media and the so-called social media, which I prefer to call an anti-social media, because I think it takes you away from real people. This social media, whether it is Facebook or WhatsApp or Instagram or Snapchat or whatever else have you, is fantastic because it helps you connect at a global level. Some of you may have hundreds or even thousands of friends online who are virtual. You may have 100 likes a day for something that you do or you don't do. And you may have a few hundred dislikes at the same time. The danger is that we may be seeing life within the like button and the dislike button, whereas real life actually exists between these two buttons as a spectrum of emotions, as a spectrum of feelings, as a spectrum of reality. And this binary world of the like and the dislike and the limited use of words, because most of us would want to appear swag, we want to appear cool, we want to be awesome and to have an amazing day. In that rush to have those likes and to fit into those prefixed language which society has decided, you might be endangering your true, soft inner tube. That precious being instead of you might be at risk because you might be exposing that in this race to get more likes. Whether it is something you write, maybe it's a photograph of yourself which you post, maybe it's a video of yourself of something that you're doing in that desperate race to get more likes. And that is the danger. I want you to realize that to go through the rough and tumble of everyday life, you do need that outer tire. And to keep the inner tube safe and precious. And when I come back to the example of the tube and the tire, remember always, no matter how hard your tire might appear outside, how tough it appears on the outside, that you do have a soft core. And that is true for every human being who you're going to meet. No matter how harsh, how hard they appear, they also have that soft, sensitive side to which they are protected, and you must protect your own. You are already in many races. You are in a rat race for marks, for grades, for percentages, for cutoff marks. Don't get into another race of trying to get the most likes, the most number of Facebook friends, and the most number of fantastic stuff which happens in the virtual world. In your bid to win more likes, be aware what you share of yourself is visible not just to your friends, but also to people you just met and even to strangers. While the thrills we feel for a like are temporary, what you write, your pictures and your videos are a permanent record on the internet. Many universities and future employers may do online sweeps, and something irresponsible posted long, long ago may end up hurting you. I wish you, as you grow up, not hundreds and thousands of virtual friends, but a few real, strong human beings who are your friends, who will stand by you. And when you need that friend, keep your eyes open. And if you can't find that friend, step out and be that friend for another. It is always easier to be a buddy than to search for a buddy. Thank you.